Hey guys, it's Shay from Wonderfully Chaotic, and I'm coming to you today after not posting a video for a little while. And I just kind of wanted to sit down and chat for a little bit. I thought I'd do kind of a get ready with me and kind of chat about my pregnancy and how things are going. So if you want to see me get ready with an almost full face of Tarte makeup, I say almost because I don't have quite everything from them, and talk about pregnancy stuff, then keep watching. Okay, so I am currently 22 weeks pregnant, and the last video I made, I think I want to say I was like 15 weeks, maybe 16. So things that have been going on, I got a haircut not too long ago. I'm going to insert a couple pictures here of when I first got it because it was, you know, all nicely styled and everything, and I'm not always so good at keeping up with that. I try, but yeah, I try and do what I can. Today my bangs kind of aren't cooperating and they're wanting to like part. So anyway, it is what it is. So that happened. We are over halfway through the pregnancy now, which is great. And I'm gonna start putting some of this makeup on because I will forget and just be sitting here talking. But yeah, so we're halfway through now, and that is wonderful news since we, you know, had our previous loss, and, you know, that's something to look forward to. What I'm putting on right now is, this one is the Dose of H2O Hydrating Boost, like moisturizer, because it is winter outside and there's snow on the ground and my skin is dry because that's what it does in the winter, especially my cheeks, and I mean just my face in general, but my cheeks especially get pretty dry. I forgot I was going to put this on before. This is called Mermaid Skin, and this is wonderful, just like a serum to put on that makes your skin like soft and smooth and just glow really nicely. And I forgot, I usually put it on first. I forgot about it, but that's okay. So we're just gonna put that on and let that set a little bit, and then I will start, I think I will probably honestly do my eyes first, because I've kind of started doing that where I do my eyes just in case I have like any fallout from the eyeshadow or any little mistakes or things like that, and I can just clean those up and then do the rest of the face. So I'll probably do that first. And I'll be using two different palettes from Tarte. First one is the Flirt, the Tartelette Flirt palette, and it's got some pretty nice shimmery shades in there. And then this one is for, I know it's Rainforest of the Sea, but I don't remember which volume, volume 2. So I'm going to be using that one a little bit too. Oh, and you can see my trees outside. Yay, they're there. Okay, so while I'm doing that, I need to pick out some brushes too. I got 700 brushes out here. Not really 700, but a bunch of little makeup brushes here. I'll talk about some other things that have been going on. So you may have noticed that I have something fun on my arm here, and it looked so much nicer. I washed it last night, and I had thrown a couple towels in there with it, so now it's got all these lovely little fuzzies all over it that I've been trying to like pick off of there today. But anyway, it looked nicer before. I fell earlier this week when I was going to the store. I should preface this by saying I had a really bad day, and I had some movies that needed to go back to the red box. And I told my husband, because he said he was going to be on his way home, I said, you know, we've got these movies that need to go back. I don't know what you want to do. And he's like, well, why don't you go and just get out of the house for a little bit? Because had been complaining about what a crappy day I've had, literally, like, to deal with crap. Because there was like, you don't want to hear about it, but there was animal crap, there was baby crap, there was like bad attitudes. I was making dinner and I sliced my thumb open on this can, and just like one thing, you know, one of those days where things just add up and add up and add up and you're like, oh, and you get to the end of the day. So anyway, he's like, maybe you should go take a break for a little bit. And I'm like, oh, that would be really good. So went into town and got some ice cream at his suggestion, and was just kind of sitting and enjoying that ice cream in the Walmart parking lot. And then I got out to go take the movies back in. And I should mention that, you know, I said earlier, there's snow here. It snowed quite a bit Monday, and this was Tuesday, I think. I got out, and where I had parked, I didn't see any ice, but it was also dark, and the pavement's black, so the ice was like black. So anyway, I step out, I'm like, oh, okay, it's good, start walking, and then all of a sudden feel myself falling. And I'm like, oh, great. Didn't want to fall forwards and fall on my stomach, so I was like trying to fall backwards, which, you know, you can't really aim how you're gonna fall or whatever, but as I was going and falling backwards, I somehow was trying to brace myself, can't really do it with this hand, and went like this and kind of landed right on my wrist and like slammed it into the ground as I was falling. So I was like, oh, you know, that really hurt. Got up. There was nobody around anywhere, so I guess it's a good thing I didn't, you know, knock myself out or something. Went in, dropped off the movies, came home, told my husband what happened, and I was like, you know what, I'll just try and sleep on it. Like, it does hurt, but I think it's okay. I don't think it's broken or anything like that. I'm gonna try and sleep. And it did hurt a little bit. I mean, I don't know, it's hard for me to say because I have kind of a high pain tolerance, so sometimes I don't notice things as much when they're kind of a big deal. So anyway, went ahead and I took a Tylenol, got to sleep. The next day I got up and I was like having trouble like picking up my phone, which is not really that heavy. Was having trouble, like I got Hannah out of bed, and I'm gesturing because her room is that way. Got her out of bed and I was like, ouch. Doing the dishes, like all of these little normal everyday things. I was like just in a lot of pain. And I'm like, okay, you know, maybe this is more serious. And I'm gonna try and use a mirror here. This mirror's kind of small. I'm gonna grab one of these other palettes in here. So this doesn't have anything to do with this, but I want to use the bigger mirror on it. Anyway, so I said, you know, I think I may need to have this looked at. And so when my husband got home from work that day, we went ahead and went into our urgent care facility. He needed to get his flu shot anyway, so he was going to come with me and get that done while we were there. And went in, talked to the doctor about it. They said that I could get it x-rayed, but you know, it's a little bit more of a, not a pain, just a little bit more of a hassle to get x-rayed while you're pregnant, because you've got to, you know, put all this stuff on to make sure the baby's not going to be affected by it or anything. So I was like, and then the doctor examined it real well and everything, and he's like, I'm pretty sure you have not broken it. I think you have sprained it, which obviously is going to hurt too. So they gave me this brace, told me to take Tylenol as needed, and in a couple days it should be healing up. And it is already feeling better. It's not 100% yet, but it is feeling better. So I am going to do my eyes now, and since I can't stop talking, I'm going to do my eyes, and I will speed that up, and then I will get back to you in just a second. So I do have some, I think it's honestly where I just put too much product on the brush. I've got some stuff over here, stuff over there, so I'm just gonna get a makeup wipe and kind of wipe that off a little bit. And I didn't end up using that other mirror because these mirrors in here turned out to be fine, so put that away. Anyway, so I had my fall was the last thing I was talking about. Everything is fine with the baby. I just am clumsy right now, and that has been happening a lot to me. I've been slipping and tripping and just like, I was joking yesterday about needing to like wrap myself in bubble wrap for the rest of the winter because winter has literally just started and I'm already falling down. And then I went outside to take our dog out, which is normally my son's job, but he wasn't here. My husband was at work. The dog needed to go to the bathroom, obviously. Gonna take him outside. So as I was going outside, I went to step off the porch, fell down. I'm like, really? Just feeling stupid, I guess, mainly that this is happening to me. But anyway, so today I'm going to have my anatomy scan, which is where they look more in depth at the baby and just see how things are going with baby, all the measurements, all of the organs. A lot of people will also find out whether you're having a boy or a girl then. We are not planning to do that. We are going to let it be a surprise. I'm just putting some of this stuff away as I'm talking. So I was trying to decide between either the Rainforest of the Sea Water Foundation or the Shape Tape Hydrating Foundation. This one I feel like is more full coverage, more like, I don't know, it's still hydrating, but I feel like it just kind of saturates my face more and covers more things up, and I just don't know that I really want that much today. So I'm probably going to skip this one for now, although I do really like it. It's really good. It's very good. Full coverage, covers up every blemish, everything. And I think I'm going to use this one, which is a little bit more, for me, it's a little bit more of a natural finish. It doesn't quite cover every little pigmentation and everything, but that's okay. I just want something more kind of easy today, which I kind of did with my eyes too. I didn't really go in crazy. So I'm going to use that. And then after that, I'm going to use the Shape Tape Concealer. And I'm going to try and link all this stuff down below too, which reminds me, I need to leave it out so I can remember to write it down. Whoopsie. Okay, so I'm just gonna put those up there. I don't think I put anything else back yet. Okay. So I am going to do that while I'm talking. Okay, so I gotta stop saying that so many times. So today, anatomy scan. I am excited and also nervous because that's how I've been this entire pregnancy, is excited and nervous because of our previous loss. I am, you know, thrilled to go and see the baby and hear the baby and everything, but I'm also extremely nervous because, you know, I'm afraid something is going to go wrong, or I'm going to go in there and they're going to say something's wrong, like we've got an emergency, whatever. I just constantly have this fear, I guess, that is, you know, I think understandable. Once you've had a loss, then sometimes you do kind of have this fear going into things. I am excited to go though and see how everything is progressing. Everything has been going very well in my pregnancy thus far. We have not had any issues. One of my children is yelling. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back and looking crazy. Got that taken care of. Okay, so now I don't know what I was talking about. Gotta get this hair out of my face. Oh, I forgot to put on mascara. Darn it, I was gonna do that before I put on my foundation because I seem to always mess up my mascara. This is another thing with this pregnancy. I cannot remember anything, which I kind of feel like has just been my natural state. Over the last however many years, my memory just keeps getting worse and worse. But especially this pregnancy, I cannot remember anything. but that's okay. We'll press on. I'll just put it on here in a minute and hope that I don't screw it up. Anyway, that has nothing to do with anything. Okay, so anatomy scan today should be exciting and fun. And there's also lots of other little tasks that I need to do over the next few weeks, getting ready for baby, and we've still got quite a bit of time though. I always say that, and then like at the last minute I'm like, oh, trying to do a bunch of stuff. What else is coming up? Next week I have another appointment with the midwife. I'm gonna be doing my glucose test before too long. Just, you know, plugging along and make sure everything's okay. Okay, now I need to move these bangs for a minute. My mirror keeps falling down. Gotta like look over into it. I hate to look that way. So I'm not somebody who puts a ton of product on my forehead because my forehead has lots of lines, and no matter how much I moisturize it, those lines still hold product a lot and look really even more like lines. So I don't generally put a whole lot of product on my forehead. I just kind of blend it in as best I can. And right now, anyway, I've got all this hair up there, so it's not like you can see it anyway, but I do have to kind of move it around a little bit to get that blended in well. So a lot of this comes out on that dropper, so I just end up blending and moving it around. And I kind of like the pumps better than the droppers, but both of these have, well, this one has like a dropper, and then this one has the, if I can get it open, that didn't feel good, the doe foot applicator. And I don't really like that one as much. I'd rather have a pump on it, but they still work. It's just not my favorite preference of how to get the stuff out. Obviously the concealer has the same, the doe foot. And I have to be really careful with this one because a little bit of it goes a long way. The first time I used it, I was like, swoop, swoop, and then I was like, ooh, ghost central. Under eye is like 15 shades lighter than the rest of my face. So I have to really like dot it on and be careful. Where is my, there it is, my brush. Okay. So today at the anatomy scan, I'm trying to decide, I might take a couple of the kids with me to go see it. My husband is working and can't come. He's come to a lot of my appointments this time, but today he is working and can't come. So I may, ooh, that's probably too much. I may take some of the kids with me. This probably looks stupid to do it this way. You see so many beauty YouTubers and stuff just make like giant triangles and then just like blend it in and it looks magnificent. I cannot do that. It ends up looking terrible. Like, look at how much this is already just from that. And it honestly might be too much. I'll have to really blend it in and, ooh, yeah, it might be too much. We'll see. Anyway, so otherwise, it's November now, coming up on Thanksgiving before too long, and kids are plugging along in homeschool. We just had a Veterans Day program at our, oh, there's a brush here. Veterans Day program at our co-op group that went well, and they're taking classes there, and then all of their regular schoolwork at home. Just keeping pretty busy with that. We don't have any sports or any really extracurricular stuff going on right now, other than my son is in 4-H junior leaders. He's a junior leader this year, so he does have some activities that go with that. Ooh, had some under eye makeup there that is getting stuck. Didn't see that. Anyway, so he's doing that. And the kids will be signing up for 4-H here before too long, thinking about what projects they want to take for the next year. Maybe we'll actually get the projects done ahead of time. Probably not, but let's see. So for powders, I'm going to be using I don't have Tarte powders, so I have e.l.f. a Prime and Stay Finishing Powder, and then I also have their contour palette that I'm going to be using a little bit that has a couple different shades in it. It has a highlight color. Going to be using that. So as I am bronzing and powdering everything here, I would love to hear from you guys in the comments what you've been up to and what's new with you and what's going on in your lives, what kind of videos you'd like to see. I know I have not made a video in several weeks. I can't remember what my last video was honestly right now, but I'll put a link to it here in a second. I'm actually filming a couple videos today while I have time, so you'll have to stay tuned because I'll be uploading them not all on the same day, but a couple on different days, right in a row. I mean, you're not gonna have to wait like a couple weeks or whatever to see it. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm finding it very hard to talk and do makeup, so kind of silly, I know. I have got a video coming up where I'm going to talk about free stuff for your baby that you can get online, which has been fun to plan and do, and I'm excited to open the boxes and see what all we got. And I have a couple other videos on homeschooling and stuff that are going to be coming up. And I'm probably just going to try and use this highlighter that's in here. That is not the right brush. That's the right brush. I'm going to try and use this one, which is just kind of like a, I don't want to say like generic, because that sounds mean. I just mean it's kind of like a basic highlight, which is fine because some days you need that. Some days you don't need extreme, like blinding, strobing glow. Nars blush is what I'm going to be using today because this is the only blush that I use, and it is, I won't say it's the only one I own, but it is the only one that I use. I'm gonna throw up a couple pictures here of me recently because people always love to see the pregnant mama. They're like, let's see the belly. So I'm gonna throw up a couple pictures there of how I've been looking recently, which feeling, I honestly just kind of feel fat, but it's hard, I think, sometimes when you've had a loss to then kind of connect, I guess. You're afraid almost to celebrate things and to get excited because what if something happens? What if something goes wrong? Like you're guarding yourself almost. So I'm trying to enjoy the different things that I'm going through, the different milestones I'm meeting, but in the back of my mind, I still have that little place that's like, you know, worried or anxious. We're going to use their Real from Benefit. I was going to use that Bad Gal one and it's rolled off somewhere. I don't know, disappeared. So we're going to use this one instead. And then I'm also going to go in and use this product, which I love from Tarte. It's from their Double Duty Beauty line and it's called Busy Gal Brows. Busy Gal Brows. And it is just to fill in any little sparse areas you may have. I love the way that it works and just like shapes the brows really good. And then I'm going to use like an eyebrow comb and a couple other little spoolie little tools to kind of get them the way that I want them. So let me get my mirror. And I'm going to probably speed that up because I'm going to have to concentrate to do it because certain things, and to do the mascara because I have to concentrate and do that and not talk. So I'm sorry, I'm not good at multitasking. Okay, so I'll be right back. did mess it up with the mascara just a little bit, but that's okay. I think I fixed it enough to where it's not looking terrible. I knew I would do that though, and that's the reason why I've been doing the eye makeup first, because I inevitably will like blink as I'm doing the mascara or something, and then I'll have all this black underneath my eye, and I'm like, great, already did all my makeup, like, gotta try and fix it. But anyway, so I got that done. The last things I'm going to use, and I will be wrapping it up after that. I could not find a Tarte lip liner, so I have this one from Essence, which I got at Ulta, was super cheap, and I think they have a deal going on right now, but they have it on a lot, where it's like buy one get one 50% off, and they're already pretty affordable. Like I want to say they're only like $1 something, maybe $2, so you get one for like 50 cents, 60 cents, something like that. But anyway, this is the Essence Soft Contouring Lip Liner. And then I'm going to use the Tarteist. This one, I have had it in my bag so much that I have worn off the label, but it is in the shade Low Key, and it is the Quick Dry Matte Lip Paint, I want to say. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. I'm going to look it up for sure and make sure, but anyway, I've had this one and it's been jostled around in my bag so much that the label's coming off. And then I think I'm going to top that with the lip gloss from this duo here, which I really like. This is the Lip Sculptor duo, and it has lipstick on one side and gloss on the other, which is really handy just to throw in your bag for when you're going somewhere. And it is in the shade Candid, and I'm just going to use the gloss from it. I'm not going to use the lipstick since I'm using this. So I'm going to finish those up and do those and finish up the video. And I am glad that you guys stuck around with me and sat here and chatted. I'm sorry that I have such trouble talking and doing my makeup at the same time, that I'll have big long pauses and stuff. I just am so distracted that I have to focus on one thing at a time. But I'm glad that you guys stayed and chatted with me, and make sure that you are subscribed, and you can ring the bell to get notified of new, I was going to say posts, videos. And there will be 2 to 3 more videos coming out after I post this one, which hopefully I will post it this evening. If not, it will be up sometime this weekend. This is Friday, I should say. So it'll be up sometime this weekend, and then the other 2 to 3 videos will be up within the next few days after that. So make sure that you're subscribed so you can find out when that will be. And I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for visiting with me and talking and listening to me talk, I should say. And leave me some comments below so I know you were here, and I will see you in the next one.